There are young people that are being kept from graduating, and that's still going on today in the state of Texas, if they're not willing to cut their locks.
You're attacking a child over their hair.
Nobody should feel that way about something that's naturally growing out of their head. Nothing's wrong with your hair.
Natural hair in the Black community refers to hair that is grown without chemical alteration. It can include braids, dreadlocks, and even a silk press. Despite it being hair in its natural state, there is a history of it not being accepted in schools and workplaces.
It was looked upon as something that is not beautiful, not clean.
Tonti Denman started her own natural hair journey in 2004 after dealing with the kind of hair damage that often results from using chemicals or heat to straighten it.
For me, when I think about natural hair, I think about how my ancestors, this is something that they couldn't pass down. Meaning you just kind of grow up with, at a certain age, you know you're going to get a relaxer done. Just because you growing up or thinking like your hair is not, it's too hard to do.
Brianne Borley is involved with Naturally Me at TCU. The group, which started 4 years ago, focuses on education about curly and kinky hair.
I always tell people I have a very spiritual relationship with my natural hair. When I was very young, growing up, I did not like the texture of my hair. The days that I look forward to were the days where my mom would flat iron my hair, and then I'd be so sad because she'd braid them up after that into like big braids, and outside at recess, I would take it out so I could pretend I had straight hair. And just growing up like that, just completely unconvinced that my hair was beautiful.
Although Borley wasn't involved in the founding of Naturally Me, she believes it was needed to bridge a gap in cultural knowledge on campus.
I remember there was a girl that had an afro out on the beach volleyball courts, and this guy comes up to her and he's like, "Oh, I really like your hair, it's cool," which is nice. And she was like, "Oh, thank you." And then he just walks really close to her and grabs her hair with both of his hands. So I would say it's a culture like that probably started Naturally Me.
But in Texas, perceptions on natural hair have caused more than cultural issues. Students have been banned from high school graduation, teens have been denied jobs at Six Flags, and according to Hope Cozart, her son faced racism and sexism due to school rules about hair.
And I figured it would be kept out of his face so they wouldn't say anything. Well, I was wrong. We sent him with braids, and they sent me a note home saying that his hairstyle wasn't acceptable, and I was like, for what?
11-year-old Maddox was punished by the school for his hairstyle. Hope was told that the end of his braid broke the dress code. Instead of laying flat down, Maddox's braid folded under.
They started off with, first calling me about it, and then they sent him to ISS, which is like this little room by yourself in like a little cubicle, and it was like this all over his hair, like his hairstyle. There were actually a couple of times where they pulled him out of class to examine his hair. It was just heartbreaking to see it happen to my kid.
Hope went to social media, where the story of Maddox's hair went viral.
We actually did get it changed. Like, the boys can have their hair basically the same as the girls now, like long. There's no length requirements. They can wear it up in ponytails and buns like the girls are wearing it. And they're, they can wear their protective styles without it being viewed as an extreme hairstyle now.
A protective style is any style that keeps the ends of the hair tucked away and minimizes manipulation. Braids like Maddox's are considered a protective style, as well as buns, twists, box braids, faux locks, and many other styles. Changing the rule at Troy ISD wasn't the end for the Cozart family.
And we went to the Capitol and spoke for the Crown Act, and it was like, if more people that kind of looked like me would take the time to understand the significance of hair in the Black culture, they would view it a little differently.
The Crown Act is legislation that would create a respectful and open world for our natural hair in society, and it would prohibit race-based discrimination based on protective hairstyles for Black men, women, and children.
Representative Retta Bowers has been fighting for the Crown Act in Texas since 2019. Bowers is looking to reintroduce the bill in November 2022.
The Crown Act is important because right now we are not all accepted as we naturally present ourselves. There are young people that are being kept from graduating, and that's still going on today in the state of Texas. If they're not willing to cut their locks, women need to be able to wear protective styles such as I'm wearing, because to assimilate some of the majority of treatments to our hair are damaging.
Charles Morgan has been cutting hair for 24 years and works on hair from straight to curly.
A lot of people, they get expression from their hair. I mean, it's so many different types of varying hairstyles around. I mean, you'll see people with cornrows, you'll see them with dreads, you see them with, bald, short, long. It's just how it makes a person feel.
According to Morgan, hair isn't the reason corporate America and schools have had issues with natural hair.
It's not about the hair, it's about what people think that other people accept. They think that you have to be, clean cut, clean shaved and all this to close a deal. But that ain't true. Hair don't make a man.